Hello, everybody, and welcome to the channel. We got some 1978 Atlanta Braves baseball. We got the Atlanta Braves traveling out to San Francisco to take on the Giants here on April 19th. And let's take a look at the visiting team starting lineup. Leading off for the Braves playing second base, Rod Gilbert. Batting second, playing center field, Roland Office. Batting third, playing right field, Brian Asselton. Batting fourth, playing left field, Jeff Burris. Batting fifth, doing the catch and Biff Pocaroba. Batting sixth, playing first base is Dale Murphy. Batting seventh, playing third base, Bobby Bunnell. Batting eighth, playing shortstop, Pat Rocket. Batting ninth and on the mound for the Atlanta Braves is Dick RUTHVEN. For the hometown San Francisco Giants, leading off, playing center field, Larry Herndon. Batting second, playing third base is Darrell Evans. Batting third, playing second base is Bill Madlock. Batting fourth, playing first base is Willie McCovey. Batting fifth, playing right field is Jack Clark. Batting sixth, playing left field is Terry Whitfield. Batting seventh and doing the catching is Mark Hill. Batting eighth, playing shortstop is Johnny LeMaster. And batting ninth and on the mound for the San Francisco Giants is Jim BARR. Let's get down here to Candlestick Park and get this party started, folks. And like I said, leading off for the Braves is Gilbert, batting a .167. He's got one RBI on this year. This is Jim Barr's third appearance. He's got a 1-0 record with a 1.59 ERA. Let's see if the Braves can get to him here today, folks. And here's the pitch to Rod. And that's going to be a pop up down the second. And Madlock's going to race out there in the right, shallow right field and make the catch for out number one. Brings up Office now. And Roland is batting .240. He's got 3 RBIs on the season. Here's the pitch to Office. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Herndon in center field. That'll be 2 up and 2 down for the Bravos. And that brings up Brian Asselton. And he's batting .222. Deuces wound. See if he can get a base hit here with 2 outs. And that's going to be a hit by pitch. Let's see. Is he an HB0? It's not. So that's going to be ball 1 since he's an HB0. So 1-0 count to Brian. And that's going to be hit down to out in center field. Herndon is a 2, and I'm sure with a 21, a 2 will be a 1. And it is. And that'll be a nice play out there by Herndon. He just robbed Brian of a base hit. 1, 2, 3 goes the Braves. We go to the bottom of the first. Braves, nothing. Herndon, who just made that nice catch. Evans and Madlock due up. Larry's batting .250 on the year with 5 home runs. He'll be going up against Dick RUTHVEN. His third appearance of the year. He's 1-1 with a 3.21 ERA. Here's the pitch to Larry. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. And Gilbert up with it, fires over the Murph for out number 1. Here comes Mr. Dewey Evans. And he is batting .250. He's got 3 home runs and 5 RBIs on the year, folks. And not this time. That's going to be a fly ball out the right field for 2 up and 2 down. And we got old Madlock up now. And Bill's hitting .278. He's got a homer and 7 RBIs. And that's going to be against the righty. It's going to make him a 13 and a 9. And that's going to just go down the third. Not going to have enough time to throw him out. He holds on to the ball. So with 2 outs, Madlock's aboard. And that brings up Willie McCovey now. McCovey's only batting a .171 with a 1 RBI on the year, off to a slow start. And that's going to be against the righty. I'm going to make him a 13. And that's going to sneak in. That's a slow roller down the first baseline. So back-to-back infield hits. And all of a sudden, the Giants are making some noise here with 2 outs, folks. First and second, and Jack Clark's up. And Jack is batting .487 if you're a Braves fan, not who you want up here with a runner in scoring position and 2 outs. Clark's got 2 RBIs on the year. And that'll be a fly ball out to Burris in left field. That'll end the inning. The Giants strand 2. We go to the top of the second. No score here in San Francisco. And we got Burris, Pocoroba, and Murphy due up here for the Braves. And Jeff's batting .303 with a homer and 3 RBIs. Here's the pitch to Jeff. And that's going to be a ground ball back to the mound. BARR's up with it and tosses it over to first for out number 1. Here comes Biff Pocoroba up now. Let's see if Biff can get something going. So the game's lagging a little bit here. And Biff is batting .381 off to a good start. Has a homer and 2 RBI. And that'll be a fly ball out to left field. Quickly 2 outs here in the second. So it's up to Murphy. Dylan Murphy's up. Keep this inning alive. Murph's only batting .133. Homer and 2 RBI. And that'll be against a righty. Going to make him a 10, 10 and an 8. And that's going to be a base hit. Drops in front of Larry Herndon. So Murphy's aboard here with a 2-out single. See if the Braves can get something going here with 2 outs in the top of the second. Murph down there with decent speed. Here comes Barry Bonnell. And he's batting .333 with 1 RBI on this season. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 3. BARR's first strikeout. And the Braves strand 1. We go to the bottom of the second. Still no score. Whitfield, Hill, and LeMaster due up here. And Whitfield's batting .250. He's got a homer and 3 RBIs on the year. And that's going to be a ground ball down the first. Murphy's going to take it down the third, rather. And Barry's going to fire over to Murphy at first for out number 1. That brings up the catcher, Mark Hill. He's batting .294, a homer and 6 RBIs, off to a nice start. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 3. That's the first strikeout by RUTHVEN. And that brings up Johnny LeMaster now. He's batting .206, 2 homers and 6 RBIs. And that's going to be back-to-back strikeouts, and the Giants go down in order. We go to the top of the third, the bottom of the order due up here for the Bravos. Rocket, RUTHVEN, and then back to the top of the order in Gilbreth. And the Rockets only batting .133 with 2 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. Easy play for LeMaster. He fires over to first for out number 1. And RUTHVEN's up now. And Dick is 0 for 3 on the year. See if he can get a base hit here, because we don't need no stinking DH. And that's another ground ball down the short and another out. They may want to hit it somewhere else. LeMaster up to the task. 2 ground balls, 2 outs. Back to the top of the order. And Gilbreth popped up to his counterpart at second the last time up. No, Madlock. Not this time, folks. That's going to be a single in the center field. So again, the Braves get a runner on here with 2 outs. Can they have a 2-out rally? You got Office up now. And he flew out the center his first time up. And that might be an infield hit against the righty. Make him a 9. And no, nice play down there at second, at short rather. Well, Master robs him of a hit, dives for it, fires over to first, and that'll end the inning. And the Braves strand one. We'll go to the bottom of the third. We got BARR, and then the top of the order, and Herndon and Evans due up. And BARR is 0 for 6 in the year. See if the Braves can keep him over. And that's going to be a fly ball out the right field for out number one. Here comes Larry Herndon up now. And Larry, he grounded out the second his first time up. And that's going to be a swing and a miss to right three. 2 down now. And here comes Darrell Evans. And Evans flew out the right field first time up. And that's going to be a fly ball this time. The center field office camps under it. And the Giants go down in order again. To the fourth we go. Still no score, folks. Hasseltine, Burris, and Pocoroba due up. Brian flew out the center his first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. Madlock's up with it. Tosses it over to McCovey. That'll be out number one. So let's see what Jeff can do here. He grounded back to the pitcher's first time up. And that's going to be hit down to second again. And again, Madlock's got it. 2 ground balls to second and 2 outs. It's up to Pocoroba here. The Braves have gotten 2 out base hits in the last 2 innings. Biff flew out the left field first time up, and he's going to walk. So again, the Braves get a runner on with 2 outs. Can Murphy make them pay finally here, folks? And Dale, he singled his first time up, and that's going to be a pop-up down the short. And LeMaster out in shallow left field makes the catch. And again, the Braves strand one. We go to the bottom of the fourth. We got Madlock, McCovey, Clark due up here. And Mad Dog, he singled his first time up. And he's going to do more than that. That's going to be against a righty. We'll make him a 13. And that's going to be a double in the center field. So Madlock's aboard with a leadoff double. See if the Braves can get out of this with nobody scoring. Here comes McCovey up now with the runner in scoring position and nobody out. And Willie singled his first time up. And that's going to be a base on balls. And the good part is that sets up the double play for Jack Clark, though. Not getting any easier here. Old Jack's batting .475. He did fly out the left, though, his first time up. Like I say, the Braves would like to see a ground ball. Here's the pitch to Clark. And that's what they get. That's a ground ball down the third. And Barry's a 3 on a 26. See what that is. Not a great fielding third baseman, that's for sure. I'll be fielding column number 2. And that will be the old 5-4-3 F batter safe at first. Clark's not an F batter. So that'll be your 5-4-3 double play. And that'll put Madlock down at third, though, with 2 outs. Hopefully the Braves can get out of this with nobody scoring, folks. Terry Whitfield's up. He grounded out the third his first time up. And that's going to be another base on balls. So now we got first and third for Mark Hill. Catcher's up now. And he's 0 for 1. He struck out his first time up against Mr. Ruthven. See if he can do the same again. The Braves will take that. And that's going to be a ground ball back to the mound. He'll go over to first for the shore out. And the Braves get out of the leadoff double with nobody scoring. Still knotted up. Nothing, hun. And then we go to the top of the fifth. We got Bunnell, Rocket, and Ruthven due up the bottom part of the order here. Can they make some noise against BARR? And Barry struck out his first time up. And not this time. That's going to be a rare play result. And a 66 on a rare play. That'll be, what was it, a 40? That'll be one. That'll be the left fielder. And the left fielder is Whitfield's a 2. And a 56 on a 2 might be fielding column 3. And it is fielding column 3. So that'll be a single batter to second on air. So Barry gets aboard here with a leadoff single. Ends up at second on the E7. So the Braves got their first runner in scoring position for the Rocket. Old Pat's up now. See what he can do here. He grounded out his counterpart Lemaster the first time. See if he can at least get Barry over the third. And that's going to be a fly ball in the right field. And Clark is a 2 with a 34. That'll probably be column number 2. And it is. So roll one more dice here. 3, 37. That'll be an 18, a 50-50 chance he's not going down there. So he'll stay planted down at second with one out. Don't want to get thrown out at third. Brings up Dick RUTHVEN up now. Can he help his own calls here? Hey, Mike, been watching your games. Pretty cool, bud, using advanced Stratomatic. Mike's doing some great teams. Check that out. RUTHVEN, he grounded out the shortest first time up. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 3. So Barry's still down at second now with 2 out. Can Gilbert come up with a 2-out base hit and give the Braves the lead here? He did single his last time up. And not this time though, folks. That ball is grounded down the second. He fires over to first. And that'll win the inning. So the single in the air doesn't come back to bite him. Still no score as we go to the bottom of the 5th. Lemaster, BARR, and then back to Herndon. And Johnny, he struck out his first time up. And not this time. Let's see here. Against a righty, it's going to make him a 17. That's going to be a infield hit. Just misses getting him. Murphy's down there. Swears he got him, but if you know the Murph, he's not arguing too much. So BARR is going to try to sacrifice him over here. He's 0 for 1 today. And that's going to be a successful sacrifice. That ball is hit down the third. Only play is going to be over to first with Gilbreth covering. So now you got Lemaster down in scoring position with a 1 out. And back to the top of the order in Larry Herndon. And Herndon's over 2, grounded out and struck out. And that's going to be hit back to the mound. And Dick with a 64 roll is going to be fielding column 1. And he's going to go over to first. That will get Lemaster down the third now with 2 outs. So the go-ahead runs 90 feet away. And that brings up Evans now. And he's flown out the center and he's flown out the right. Here's the pitch to Darrell. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. Sorry, a pop-up in the shallow right field. And Gilbreth will go out and make the catch. And that'll end the inning. Giants strand 1. We go to the top of the 6th. He's going to break out of this scoreless tie here, folks. Got the office, Asselton and Burris due up here for the Braves. So 2, 3, 4 hitters. Office is 0 for 2. And that'll be a ground ball in front of the plate. And Hill is a 7. And I'm sure 61 is going to be fielding column 3. That's going to be an error. He drops that ball, and that'll be an E2. And Office with his speed is going to make it down the first. Yeah, it was fielding column 3. So now you got the go-ahead run down at first. See what Brian can do here. He's flown out and grounded out. Can he get a key hit here? Yes, he does. I believe so. Against an 8 and a 7. That's going to be a single in the right field. And let's see if Mr. Office can get down the third here. So that's going to be a 39, 39, 4. That'll be a 28. Nobody out. A 28, 54 or lower. He's going to take the chance here. 54 or lower. He makes it down the third. And of course not. So that's going to be a single in the right field. And Office gets thrown out going down the third. So now you got Brian down at first with Office is supposed to get thrown out. Try it again. That'll be a single. Single in the right. And thrown out at third. And that'll bring up Burris now. We're still with a runner down at first, but now with one out. And here's the pitch to Jeff. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 3. So it's up to Biff Pokeroba to do something here. And Biff is 0 for 1. He did walk his last time up. And that's going to be a fly ball out to center field. The Brave strand 1. We're still scoreless as we go to the bottom of the 6th. Got Madlock, McCovey, and Clark due up here. And the Mad Dog is 2 for 2. He singled and doubled. One of the few Giants hitting well here today. And that's going to be hit in down the third. And that's going to be an error. That's going to be an E5. And Madlock gets aboard here for the third time. Here comes Covey. See if Dick can pitch around this error. Covey's 1 for 1. He's singled and walked. And he can't pitch around this one. That ball is high. That ball is far. That ball is gone, folks. It's 2-0. San Francisco. Still nobody out here in the 6th. And here comes Jack Clark, 0 for 2 today. And that's going to be a base on balls. And all of a sudden, Dick looks a little rattled. That error kind of messed him up, it looks like. He was in a groove. Brings up Larry Whitfield now with a runner down at first. Terry, rather. He's 0 for 1, grounded out and walked. And that's going to be 2 balls and no strikes on Terry. Here's the 2-0 pitch. And that's going to be a wild pitch 3? No. So that's going to be a rare play on a 40 with a runner on first. And a 40 with a 42. That'll be 9. And right fielder is a 2. We'll have to re-roll some dice. And a 54 with a 2. That's going to be fielding column 3. And that's going to be a double in the right field. And that's going to score Clark from first. So just like that, it is now 3-0. And now you got a runner down at second. And still nobody out. I don't get the bullpen up. Like I say, poor Dick was rolling through this game until the 6th inning. So you got Mark Hill up. He's 0 for 2, struck out and grounded out. And that's going to be a pop up on the infield. And who wants it? The Rocket calls for it. Makes the catch for out number 1. Here comes the master now. And Johnny is 1 for 2, struck out and singled his last time up. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 3. So 2 down now. Here comes BARR with a 3-0 lead. He's 0 for 1. He did have a sacrifice bunt his last time up, though. And that's going to be a 21. And that's down the first. Murphy's a 2. I'm sure that's fielding column 1. Single, runner scores. S, runner to third. He's not an S. So that's going to make it 4-0. And we don't need no stinking DH. Larry Herndon's up now. And the Giants scoring 4 here in the 6th. Here's the pitch to Herndon. He's 0 for 3. And that's going to be a 40. And he's not a wild pitch 3. That'll again be a rare play. And a 44 on a 40. And that'll be hit in the left field. And Burris is a 1. And a 44 on a 1 is probably fielding column 3. And it is. And the hits just keep coming, folks. That's for sure. And that's going to be a single. Runner's going to score and batter to third on air. So we got a single in the left. We got an E7. And they're going to both go 2 bases here. 2 base air. And that makes it 5-0. The runner down at third. And that didn't work. So what happened here? Redo this. And they can't get the all-important third out here. So we got a single in the left. It's going to be an E7. Runner on first is going to go 3. Runner at home will go 3. And now we had them both scoring. So what the heck? So let's do this again. One more try. Third time's the charm, folks. So see if BARR this time stops at third. All righty, and Herndon's down at third, and it is now 5-0. Runner down at third for the Braves. Here's Daryl Evans 0 for 3. This game's gotten out of hand quickly. That's going to be a ground ball down the short. And the Rocket's going to be a fielding column 1. And that's going to finally end it. That's going to be a 6-3. But the Giants score 5, take a 5-0 lead. And we go to the top of the 7th. See if the Braves can scratch some runs here, folks. You got Murphy, Bonilla, and Rocket. Murph is 1 for 2 today. And that's going to be a pop up down the short for out number 1. And here's Barry. And Barry's 1 for 2, singled last time up. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 3. BARR now with that 5-run lead, cruising, folks. And that brings up the Rocket. He's 0 for 2, grounded out and flew out. And that's another fly ball, this one out the left field. So the Braves go down 1, 2, 3. Make it to the 7th inning stretch. We got Madlock, McCovey, and Clark due up. Dick's due to lead off the 8th. Braves would like to see him get through this inning. Let's see what he can do here, folks. Madlock's 2 for 3, but he reached all 3 times. Reached on an error and came around to score in that 6th inning as the Giants batted around. All 9 batters came to the plate. And Madlock will trot on down the 1st with a walk, so he's been on base all 4 times. The Mad Dog's on the loose today. That brings up McCovey. He's a perfect 2 for 2 with a walk, a homer. In this game, homered his last time up to give the Giants a 2-0 lead. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 3. First out here in the 7th. Here comes Jack Clark. See what old Jack can do. He's 0 for 2 with a walk. He walked his last time up and came around to score. And we drop the dice. And a 23. That could be a double play ball here. The Clark is a, so that'll be hit down to 1st. Murph's not a good fielding first baseman, a 42. That's probably going to be fielding column number 3. And it is, so it won't be no double play. And that's going to be a single because they was holding Madlock on. So that's going to be 1st and 2nd. And the hits just keep coming. So now we got 1st and 2nd and 1 out. Murphy holding him on, couldn't get to the ball. And here we go with Whitfield. And Whitfield is 1 for 2. He's got a double and an RBI today. And that's going to be a fly ball in the right field. And with 2 outs, let's see here. 26 on a 2 should be fielding column 1. And a 3, 39. 39, that'd be a 7. 23, he's going to hold there. He's not going to make the 3rd out. So fly ball in the right. 2 outs now. And Mark Hill's up. See what Hill can do. He's 0 for 3, one of the few Giants without a base hit today. Well, I just jinxed myself. Probably against a righty. He's an 11. And I just jinxed myself. That's a single in the center field. And that's going to score Madlock. Question is, yep, Clark will get down the 3rd. So it's a single in the center. And we got 1st and 3rd now, folks. With 2 outs, Mark Hill gets his first base hit. Makes this a 6-0 ball game. And the route is on. Here's Johnny, struck out twice and singled. And that's going to be a base on balls. Fill the base is up. And this will be the last batter for Dick, one way or the other. Base is juiced. BARR's up. He did single and drove in a run his last time up, folks, because we don't need no stinking DH. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. That'll end the inning. We go to the top of the eighth. It is 6-0 Giants. That's it for Dick. Have a pitch hitter for him. And that'll be Jerry Royster will be coming off the bench to pitch hit. We need base runners here against BARR. See if Royster can get aboard here in the top of the eighth. There's Jerry. And Royster is batting .297 on the year with 2 RBIs. Here's the pitch to Royster. And he gets a hold of this one, folks. Braves ain't going down without a fight. And that's going to be a ball in the deep left field. It's rolling around. Whitfield can't get to it. Herndon gets over there. And that brown-eyed handsome man's making the turn. And he's going to be in there with a lead-off triple, folks. Can the Braves at least get on the board here? In the eighth, not get shut out. Here's Gilbreth, 1 for 3, singled, grounded out the second, and popped up the second. And that's going to be well hit. And all of a sudden, the Braves are starting to get the bar. See what happens here. And that's going to be he's a G, so that's going to be a double. It's going to be a double in the right field. And now it'll score the first run for the Braves. And now Gilbert down at second and still nobody out. And there's a little bit of movement out there in that Giants bullpen. They're doing a little bit of stretching. They're still up by 5. Rowland's 0 for 3. He's flown out, grounded out. He did reach on an error, though, his last time up. And that's going to be a 9 against a 8. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. And the only play is going to be over to first. He will. We got to see here. A 61, that'll be fielding column 3. The runner will get down the third. So that's going to be a 6-3. And Gilbreth gets down the third now with 1 out. Can the Braves get another few runs here? Give themselves a chance in the 9th. That's the least what they need to do. And Brian's up now 1 for 3. He singled his last time up. The single will put the second run on the board here. There's 1 out. See if Brian can keep this merry-go-round going. And an 8 against 8. And that will be a single in the center field. And now the bullpen is up because the Braves are making a little bit of noise here in the 8th, folks. And here comes Jeff Burris up. He could make this game pretty interesting with a runner down at first. It's 6-2. One swing of the bat makes this a 2-run game. Burris is 0 for 3. He's grounded out to the mound, second, and struck out. And that's going to be 2 balls and no strikes on him. Can he take advantage of this 2-0 pitch? And he may just do that, folks. Runner down at first. A 9 against a 12. And just a nice dive and catch out there by Clark robs Jeff of a base hit. Now there's 2 outs, and Pokeroba's up. See what Biff can do here with 2 outs and a runner at first. 0 for 2, flown out to both corner. Flown out the center and left, and walked. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. He'll go the short way over to second, and that'll end the inning. Braves score 2, make it 6-2. Now we're going to see who's going to come out here and pitch for the Braves. And let's see here. You got the righty, a lefty, and a righty. So it's either going to be, I think it's going to be Dave Campbell or Devin. And it's going to be Devin's going to come out of the bullpen. He hasn't pitched in a while. And this will be his second appearance of the year, folks. He's pitched 2 innings, got a 13.5 ERA. He'll be going up against the top of the lineup here, Herndon, Evans, and Madlock. Larry's 1 for 4 with an RBI. And that's going to be a ground ball down the third. Nice play down there. Easy out for out number 1. Got to try to keep this a 4-run game. Sorry, I had to chuckle. Here comes Evans up now. And Darrell's 0 for 4. He's flown out twice, then popped up the second and grounded out the short. And that's going to be another ground ball down the third. 2 ground balls, 2 outs here in the 9th. And here comes Madlock having himself a heck of a game. He's been on base all 4 times. He's 2 for 3 with a walk and reached on an error. And they finally get him out. That's going to be down the third. All 3 balls hit the third. All 3 results are out. We go to the top of the 9th. Braves trailing by 4. You got Murphy, Bunnell, and Rocket due up in a pinch hitter for Devin. If we get to him, Murphy's 1 for 3, singled and popped up the short twice. And that's going to be a base on balls. He'll take it. Braves trying to make some noise here in the 9th. Bunnell's up now. See if Barry can keep this going. Get the Braves at least tie this game up, send it in the extra. Barry's 1 for 3, struck out twice, then singled. And that's going to be a fly ball out the right field for out number 1. Clark's got it. Here comes the Rocket up now. And Pat is 0 for 3. He has grounded out, flew out the left and to right, both corners. And he says, let's give center field a try. And Larry Herndon says, I'm out there today. I got it. That's out number 2. So we'll have a pitch hitter here for Paul. See who's going to come off the bench here. Might be Cito Gaston's going to come off the bench. Try to keep this game going. Braves are down to their last out. Let's see here. They're going to bring in the lefty. Bob Beal is going to come off the bench here. Pitch hit. See if he can keep this game going for the Braves. Trailing by 4 with a runner down at first. And where's Bob at? There's Bob. Which hitting Bill's up now. And he's batting .333 on the year. He's got to come through here. Murphy down at first. Here's the pitch to Bob. And that's going to be 2 balls and no strikes on Bob. Hey, Aaron. Let's see if he can do something. 2-0 pitch. And he does. That's going to be I said that too fast, maybe. Against a righty. He's going to make him a 3. That will be a single in the right field. Murph's going to stop at second. His run means nothing. So, game still alive. A pitch hit, single by Bill. Back to the top of the order here. First and second. Braves need one more runner to have the tying run come to the plate. Yeah, seen that. Yeah, I was with a buddy. Came in from Indiana. I didn't get to see it live, Aaron, but I did watch the replay with old Bernie. So here's Gilbreth batting. He's 2 for 4 with a double and 1 RBI. Can he get another one here, folks? And no, that's a lazy fly ball out to center field. Herndon camps under it, and that'll end the ball game. And the Braves go down 6-2. Let's take a look here at the box score. Braves 2 runs on 8 hits and 2 errors. The Giants 6 runs on 10 hits and 2 errors. Oh, Gilbreth had a nice game along with Brian Asselton. Both of them had 2 hits. Braves were 2 for 7 with runners in scoring position, left 8 on. McCovey and Madlock had good games for the Giants. Both of them went 2 for 4 and 2 for 3, respectively. Giants were only 2 for 10 with runners in scoring position. Did have the home run by McCovey. Dick picks up his second loss of the year, goes 7 innings, gives up 10 hits, 6 runs, only 3 of them earned. His defense left him down today, folks. 5 walks, didn't help him either. 6 strikeouts and a homer. And Devin comes in, pitches an inning, does his job, but too little, too late. BARR goes the distance, picks up his second win. 8 hits, 2 runs, walked 2, struck out 4. Nice piece of pitching by him. And we got 3 more games to play. We got Aaron's Reds going up against the Dodgers out in LA. See what they can do here against them bums. And the Dodgers win a close one. The Reds 2 runs, 9 hits, and 1 error. The Dodgers 3 runs, 7 hits, and 1 error. The Reds out hit them, but where it counts, they couldn't outscore them. We got the Astros and the Padres out in San Diego, California. And the Padres take it to the Astros. The Astros 1 run, 7 hits, and 2 errors. Padres 5 runs, 7 hits, and 1 error. And the last game scheduled here on April 9th is the Mets going to St. Louis to take on the Cardinals. And the Cardinals win a close one. The Mets 1 run, 9 hits, and no errors. And the Cardinals 2 runs, 5 hits, and 1 error. And Ted Simmons had both RBIs. Let's take a look at this. He was 2 for 5 with the 2 RBIs. See how he did it here. So he had an RBI single in the first, and then not until the 12th, he had an RBI double. So he spread those hits out as long as he could. Let's take a look here at the standings. Like I say, it's still early in the year, but we'll take a look. And the Phillies leading that National League East by a game and a half over the Expos. The Phillies 7-1. Padres now 6-3, tied with the Dodgers. Both of them are a game up on the Giants. And you got Jack Clark leading the league with that 476 average. Foster and Smith leading with 4 RBIs. You got 3 guys tied with the 4 home runs. You got 3 guys tied with 10 RBIs, Foster Lazinski, and my man Bobby Mercer with the Cubbies. Carlton with that .5 ERA. Rick Russell still the only pitcher with 3 wins. Fingers now with 3 saves for San Diego. And you got Von DeJesus leading, well, tied with Foster for the MVP, and Russell with the 40 wins. I know, Aaron, it's going to be a long year for me, but it'll be interesting. I'm trying to win 70 games with them. They won 69 in real life, so we'll see if I can get them to the 70 mark, but it's not looking good. Yeah, I hate them Dodgers, them bums. Yep. But I mean, everybody else is right around 500 in that division besides the Braves. The Braves have lost 5 in a row. Yep. They was 2-3 at one point. All righty. I want to thank Aaron Reed. Check out his great channel. He does baseball for winners. Like I say, Sports Time Machine Mike was here. And check out his great channel. He's been doing Stratomatic Advance. Check out that channel. And if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell. And on your way out of San Francisco, crossing that Golden Gate Bridge, hit that like button and leave a comment. Until next time, y'all take care.